work a job in sports, the Cal Ripken Senior Collegiate Baseball League is the right place for you. With over 250 players each year, the Cal Ripken League helps showcase talent in a competitive environment. If you're seeking a job in sports, the Cal Ripken League offers media and photography internships. To learn more, visit calripkenleague.org today. Want to help the Senators? You can help fuel the team and carry them to victory by becoming a game day meal sponsor. For $250, you provide a pregame meal for the Senators players and staff. If you sign up, you'll receive 4 season passes to home games, a game time announcement, along with commercials on all Southern Maryland Senators broadcasts throughout the season. Both corporate and private donors are welcome. To sign up today, contact info@somdsenators.com. A warm, sunny afternoon, hot dog in hand, water in the other, watching a baseball game. What's better than that? Well, not much. If you want to make that fantasy a reality, you can check out the Southern Maryland Blue Crabs. Founded in 2006, the Blue Crabs are part of the Atlantic League of Professional Baseball. Search somdbluecrabs.com to get tickets today. The Southern Maryland Blue Crabs, Southern Maryland's only pro sports team.
Senators and Braves tonight here live from Waldorf, Maryland. Braves the only team to have the Senators number so far this season. Southern Maryland extended their win to 8 straight last night, in large part thanks to this man, Alex Martin. He was huge. His first at-bat in a Southern Maryland uniform, he hit a go-ahead 2-run double. Here's a look at the lineup tonight for Scott Middleton and company. It's the normal 9, so to speak, throughout this season, but it's far different from what we saw last night. Alex Martin, a big change there. We mentioned he just came into town recently. Jack Ewert gets the start tonight with MJ Phillips and a couple other different names in there. Chet Bowling making his first start at catcher here tonight. Well, Vincent Luther, he's getting the start tonight for Scott Middleton and company. We'll tell you more about him coming up after this. Senators and Braves, you won't want to miss it.
If you or your child is searching for a youth baseball team, you're looking in the right place. The Maryland Senators Elite Travel Baseball Team competes in tournaments and showcases around the country. Featuring teams from 8 to 18U, the Senators work hard to prepare players for the next level by teaching confidence, a winning attitude, and the importance of character by being a great student, teammate, and individual. Get more information by searching MarylandSenators.com, the place to be for travel baseball in Maryland. Eternal Couture Sports makes your design ideas come to life. From sports uniforms to vehicle lettering, custom t-shirts, yard signs, and more, EC Sports has you covered. They're ready to suggest new design ideas for your company logo, team uniforms, or personal apparel. Based in Waldorf, Maryland, EC Sports is here to match your design needs. To learn more, visit ecsportsdmv.net today. Need industry-leading equipment for leaf blowers, lawnmowers, boat trailers, and more? Guy Brothers Marine can help. Need maintenance or repair on equipment? Guy Brothers Marine can help. Family owned and operated, they take pride in everything they do. They have a reputation for fixing what others can't. For more on equipment and repair, check out GuyBrothersMarine.com today. Guy Brothers Marine, their commitment to serving customers is priority one.
Nearing go time in Southern Maryland. Braves and Senators coming your way with first pitch in just a moment. Well, this is a good look at Vincent Luther, the starter tonight for Scott Middleton, and he had a great first start this season, Alex. Middleton told me before the game he expects a lot of this guy. Tall, 6'4" lefty out of Binghamton University. He was the Sunday starter, there this season. Made 9 starts through 35 and a third. Gave up 25 earned runs in his time there. I mean, to get a guy with that experience is huge.
Especially because with this 12-game stretch, they're going to need guys that can go a while. And Luther went 4 innings last time he was out, so I know Scott wants him to do that this time.
Well, Vincent Luther, a lot will be expected of him tonight against a pretty strong lineup in the Metro South County Braves. You saw their record earlier. They are 3-7 this season, 5.5 games back of the Southern Maryland Senators, who lead things in the South Division. This is an in-division matchup between the Senators and Braves tonight. However, Metro South County, they do have a pretty strong offense considering where they stand in the league. 257 batting average for the squad. That's 5th best in the league. 3rd best on base plus slugging percentage at 756. And then they've got the 2nd most homers in the league, only trailing the Senators. So 2 powerful offenses tonight. It has really been the pitching that has been the Braves' weak spot this season. But I think a high-scoring game may benefit them because the Senators have found great pitching throughout the season.
And even with that record, they are the Senators' only loss this season. So with this 8-game winning streak, we'd hope to keep it alive at home.
And here comes Sam Grube to the plate. He's the leadoff man and shortstop. 4 for his last 10 at the plate. He has really caught some heat as of late. 5 walks in that time as well. First pitch of the night is a fastball strike, and we're off and running from Southern Maryland. So glad you folks can join us. Some pretty brutal shadows early. Last night, Grube went 1 for 3 with an RBI single and a pair of walks. That was a loss on the road against the Gaithersburg Giants. Dropped that one 12-7. This is bounced back up the middle. Flores, tough throw, in time. Nice play by the shortstop. And Scott Middleton told me pregame he loves the confidence that kid plays with. A quiet team leader, he called them.
And that score from last night tells you the story for the Braves so far this season. Putting up 7, but still losing by 5.
Yeah, and they're still yet to win on the road. 0-4 away from home. They are 3-3 over at South County High School. First pitch to Franklin Gomez Jr. He takes low. Vincent Luther, exceptional in his first start. 4 innings, only 1 run, gave up 3 hits, struck out 3 against the Grays. Gomez was productive last night, going 2 for 4, knocked in a pair of runs. Ultimately wasn't enough to achieve victory. Fouls went off. Scott Middleton talked to me pregame. He really highlighted the unique arm slot of Vincent Luther, kind of reminiscent of major league guys such as Chris Sale. He really gets some extension out to that left side of the mound towards first base. Is ripped on the ground, gloved by Martin. His throw to first is in time for out number 2.
And sort of like Chris Sale, he stays all the way to the left on the mound to make sure he doesn't overextend and put it out into the other batter's box.
And this is Nick Frankozenko. Been big time for this squad, providing consistencies throughout the season for Chris Warren. Last night had a double in a 1 for 4 ball game. Vincent Luther early doing exactly what Scott Middleton expects. He wants guys to fill up the zone. All things told, Middleton was very pleased with what he got out of Aiden Milburn last night. Wasn't working with his A stuff. He said Milburn knew it. They had a conversation, but he was able to chug along and push through. That's what Middleton loved about the performance. Only gave up 1 run through 3 innings. Was able to strike out 5. Nick Frankizenko started 38 games this year as a freshman at Towson. Luther finds the zone with that one. Frankizenko, following in the footsteps of his father, who played collegiate golf at Towson. So a couple of athletes in the family. 3-2. Fought off foul. Boy, not a great looking swing off a nasty off-speed pitch by Vincent Luther.
Just lucky to stay alive there.
Senators undefeated here at Regency Furniture Stadium. 5-0. 3-2. Lifted into right center field. Trock calls for it and puts it away to retire the side. So 3 up, 3 down in the top of the first. Senators bats do it for the first time tonight after.
The newest addition to the Senators family is the Maryland Lady Senators softball team. With an 18U team forming, 14U and 10U teams, the Lady Senators coaches and staff strive to help players reach their fullest potential both on and off the field. With the team just finishing their 2nd season, you can join in the future by registering at ladysenators.com. Thermal Comfort provides heating and air conditioning for newly constructed custom homes in Northern Virginia and select areas in Maryland. They service all systems, operational or non-operational, while providing free estimates for new systems. Go to thermalcomfortllc.com and choose the easier way to upgrade your heating and cooling system. Need industry-leading equipment for leaf blowers, lawnmowers, boat trailers, and more? Guy Brothers Marine can help. Need maintenance or repair on equipment? Guy Brothers Marine can help. Family owned and operated, they take pride in everything they do. They have a reputation for fixing what others can't. For more on equipment and repair, check out GuyBrothersMarine.com today. Guy Brothers Marine. Their commitment to serving customers is priority one.
Back between the Senators and Braves. Bottom of the first inning. The starter tonight for Metro South County, Aiden Van Bars. He has made 3 starts to this point in the season. 1-1 record, 2.16 ERA, has thrown 8 1/3, struck out 9, walked 8. That's the concerning number for him, Alex.
But you can tell the stuff is nasty. It just depends if you can keep it in the box.
Yeah, and walk's been a concern for the Braves throughout this season. They walk the 3rd most of any team in the league and have the highest team ERA in the Cal, 7.08 team ERA, so it forces them to really put it together with the bats. Van Bars looking for a good start this evening. This will be Nick Flores, the first man up for Scott Middleton tonight. He's led off every single game to this point in the season and feels like he's really starting to put it together. Middleton pregame highlighted the confidence that he's been playing with. Was 3 for 4 last night. Trying to ride some momentum here this evening. Something Southern Maryland really didn't have any of going into last night after they had a full week off of playing baseball.
Yeah, they gained it through the game, especially in that 8th inning when they put up 4.
That's up and in ball 2. Senators last night, it was a real battle, a test of wills against the Crop Dusters. They were down 3-2 going into the 8th inning, and then the offense exploded with 4 runs. Flores, 5 of his last 13 in that span, has 2 stolen bases and a double. Goes around on a check swing. He's played incredibly well against this team, Metro South County. 4 for 10 with a pair of doubles. Also has worked a walk. Flores takes away.
Seen it a lot. Saw it yesterday. We've seen it throughout the season. He always works great counts.
Flores coming off a standout freshman campaign at VCU, batted .295. The pitch fouled off. Yeah, and with Van Bars being a guy that walks as many as he does, seeing pitches an effective strategy you would expect. Flores swings through strike number 3. So the leadoff man strikes out for Scott Middleton, and up comes Adam Truck, the center fielder, and a speedy one at that. Middleton loves the ground. He covers out in center, but he also brings danger to the base paths. Leads the team in steals with 8 this year. Truck displayed some power on the road against the Crop Dusters. Not last night, but about a week and a half back, he hit a homer against Olney. Van Bars has gotten behind the first 2 batters 2-0.
He's been fighting back then. We've seen that nasty stuff earlier.
Truck, native of Bethesda, Maryland. Foul tips strike 1. Big train located up there. Instead, Truck makes the trip down the Beltway. We know how treacherous that can be at times. 2-1. Swing and a miss.
Fastball's really working so far.
Van Bars, 9 strikeouts in 8 1/3 this season. 2-2. Swing and a miss. Got him with a heater. Back-to-back punch-outs to begin things in the first. And this is Carter Groen. It's always good when you're striking out dudes, no doubt about it. But I know that Scott Middleton at the moment would prefer his guys to just let the defense work behind him and limit the pitch count as much as possible, because you got to throw some pitches when you're striking dudes out.
And you mentioned yesterday he doesn't want them throwing any more than 60 pitches, so yeah.
Carter Groen struggled to start the season. Played the Braves in 2 of the first 4 games, did Southern Maryland. This is on the ground, left side of the infield. Helton's got it, off balance throw to end the inning. So 1-2-3 in the first for the Senators. And we go to the second inning. Southern Maryland and Metro South County. No score after.
The newest addition to the Senators family is the Maryland Lady Senators softball team. With an 18U team forming 14U and 10U teams, the Lady Senators coaches and staff strive to help players reach their fullest potential both on and off the field. With the team just finishing their second season, you can join in the future by registering at ladysenators.com. We've got an offer you won't want to miss out on. Over the summer, the Senators Collegiate team will be hosting a youth baseball camp throughout June and July, available to ages 7 through 14. Take the opportunity to get personalized advice from Senators players and coaches and elevate your game to the next level. For specific dates and times, go to somdsenators-cal.com to learn more.
No score after 1. Senators and Braves. We're expecting an offensive explosion Both teams been held quiet so far. 3 up, 3 down for both sides. It'll be Trent Adelman to lead things off here for the Braves. But the Senators getting a good start so far from Vincent Luther, who made an exceptional start his first time out against the Grays. That was 2 weeks ago now. Boy, these guys have been delayed a lot by that week off.
That's a lot of time between starts. I mean, it's usually 5 to 6 days. Make it 14.
And Scott Middleton really liked the resilience yesterday from Aiden Milburn. He knew that it was going to be rocky with that much time off. I mean, it was just bound to be, but he got through it. He worked as best he could, only gave up 1 run in 3 innings. A lot of men reached, but not many scored.
It's with Scott Middleton just trusting that bullpen. I mean, 6 innings pitched and only 2 runs allowed, and they ultimately kept the Senators in it to get the 6-3 win. Or 6-2 win, pardon me.
This is Trent Adelman. Has had at least 1 hit in 7 of the last 8 games after going 0 for 6 with 2 strikeouts in the first couple of contests this season. Just really important to have Adelman producing at a high rate. A lot was expected of him coming into the season. Batted .253 with 27 RBIs and 3 homers over at VCU, a college teammate of Nick Flores's. Swing and a miss. Strike 3. First punch out of the evening for Vincent Luther, and down goes Trent Adelman.
Both pitchers have been throwing that high heat early in this one.
And that gives way to Charlie Brinkman, batting .364 on the season. He has struck out 5 times. That a concerning number for him. Bounced on the ground to third. Martin on to Kraus for the second out of the inning. That gives way to Harrison Helton, the right-handed hitting third baseman.
Number 42, Harrison Helton.
Helton drove in a run with a sacrifice fly last night against the Giants. Got no one on here in the second. Vincent Luther at his strike-throwing best here early.
5 up, 5 down so far. Trying to make it 6 here.
That's low and in. Helton began his college career over at Western Texas College, where he was injured the first in homers. That was just in 24 games.
So you know he has that power. And that left field wall, 310 feet. So if you can lift it.
The 3-0 in the dirt, ball 4. So a quick walk for Harrison Helton. And the next man up is Tony DiChiara. He had a home run against the Giants about a week and a half ago where he was 2 for 3. That's been his best offensive effort this season. And we got to bring up those types of games because that's some of the most recent games for either of these teams is a week and a half ago. Both squads got to play last night, thankfully. Rain was able to hold off. Seems like we're going to be able to get at least the next 4 in with some sunny days coming up.
Went from raining in mid-70s to completely sunny in high 80s to low 90s.
Braves, similar to the Senators, before last night, hadn't played in a week's time. Senators' opponent last night, the Crop Dusters, actually got a couple of games in during that time with the rain. The pitch, swing and a miss. Got him chasing up and away. And Vincent Luther's looking lethal early. We're through 1.5 in Southern Maryland. Back after this.
Need industry-leading equipment for leaf blowers, lawnmowers, boat trailers, and more? Guy Brothers Marine can help. Need maintenance or repair on equipment? Guy Brothers Marine can help. Family owned and operated, they take pride in everything they do. They have a reputation for fixing what others can't. For more on equipment and repair, check out GuyBrothersMarine.com today. Guy Brothers Marine. Their commitment to serving customers is priority one. Whether you're a player or aspire to work a job in sports, the Cal Ripken Senior Collegiate Baseball League is the right place for you. With over 250 players each year, the Cal Ripken League helps showcase talent in a competitive environment. If you're seeking a job in sports, the Cal Ripken League offers media and photography internships. To learn more, visit calripkenleague.org today.
Senators and Braves, no score, bottom of the second inning. It's been a pitcher's duel so far, not what we expected. The Braves, a team that gives up over 7 runs a game on the pitching side. Southern Maryland pitching's been much better. They have the second best ERA in the league, 3.83 as a team. They also strike out a lot of batters as well and hardly walk any. That is not the case for the Braves. They have struggled in the walks category. They hand out the 3rd most free passes of any pitching staff in the league. Aiden Van Baar is still the man out on the mound for the Braves. He's been pretty good all season, and Chris Warren trying to get an in-division victory tonight. 2.16 ERA coming in tonight for Van Baars. He has only given up 2 earned runs across 8 1/3 so far this year. Struck out 2 in the first inning tonight. Here comes Steven Kraus, who was 1 for 3 yesterday. Kraus flew out to left twice, had a single his first time up. Repeat result of that would be nice. Takes the first pitch high. Kraus came into town a little bit late. 4 games into the season to be exact. Played at regionals with Binghamton University. Got to play in both games against Georgia and Oklahoma State. That's some big-time experience.
Big names up there.
No doubt about that. Binghamton had a tough time in that regional. They battled the best they could. 2-1. Fouled off. Scott Middleton has just highlighted to me the eye-popping numbers that Steven Kraus put up last summer with the Newark Pilots in the Perfect Game Collegiate League. Hit .349 with 7 doubles. That was across 21 games. Swings through, strike 3. Third strikeout for Van Baars, who's got his A stuff pumping tonight. And that brings up Chet Bowling. He had a big 2 RBI double the first time these teams met. Second time, excuse me. Helped propel the Senators to victory. First pitch, swing in, lifts it foul. These teams played in the season opener against one another. Bowling lifts this into shallow center. Over there, the shortstop Groob to retire Bowling for out number 2. So up comes Alex Martin. He's in just his second at-bat of the season. Well, last night he was wonderful. A 2-run double that put the Senators in front. They added a couple more insurance runs in the 8th as well. Went on to win 6-3. First pitch low and outside.
I mean, you really can't have much better of a first impression than that.
No doubt. That's why he's getting the start tonight. Martin takes a called strike. First game between these teams was on the road for the Senators, 11-8 loss, and then they returned here home 3 games later and defeated the Braves 8-3 here at Regency Furniture Stadium.
It's crazy to think 9 games into the season that they're the only loss the Senators have had so far.
Yeah, and that first time it was just an early offensive onslaught for the Braves. They scored 10 runs in the first 3 innings. Second time round, it was the reverse of that for the Senators. They had 7 runs in the 7th and 8th inning. Both offenses slow here early tonight. 3-1. Outside, ball 4. So both sides a mirror image of each other thus far. Had no base runners until 2 outs in both innings, and the Senators get a walk just as the Braves did. And up comes M.J. Phillips for Scott Middleton and company. Really starting to put it together as of late.
Senators have done a lot of their damage with 2 outs this season.
M.J. Phillips, 3 of his last 8 at the plate. 5 walks in that time. He had a monster game against the Crop Dusters on the road, week and a half back. He was 1 for 1 with a double and 3 walks in that contest. Just torching only. A game the Senators won 9-0. Dominant fashion. Got a great start from Logan Bingham. Trying to get the offensive support going tonight for Vincent Luther, who's been great. Phillips still listed on the Senators roster as a pitcher, but that's really in name only. He is yet to make an appearance this season and has made a lot of starts at DH and first base.
Runner's going here. If he could put one in the gap, it'd probably plate the first run for the Senators.
Payoff pitch. Outside, ball 4. And this is Jack Ewart. He has really started to find things here as the season's gone along. 3 of his last 10 at the plate. Prior to that, he hadn't had a hit on the season. 4 RBIs, 3 walks in that time. Middleton loves what he's seeing out of Ewart. Starting to figure things out at the plate. He's an incoming freshman. Will play college ball over at Wofford. He'll join Logan Tribble down there in Spartanville. A city in South Carolina. Ewart, a native of Atlanta, so his college town much closer to home than here in Southern Maryland. It's about a 9-hour drive from Atlanta, Georgia to Waldorf.
Bet you he's already used to this weather.
Yeah. Ewart, a multi-sport athlete in high school. both a football and baseball standout over at Marist High School. Two out, 2 men on. Second inning. The pitch outside, ball 3. So we said it earlier, the problem for Van Bars has been the walks. Already issued 2 free passes here in the inning.
Threatening for 3.
He has walked 10 in 10 innings. And there's walk number 11. So he's loaded the bases with 3 straight walks, and up comes Logan Tribble. He is not your average 9-hole hitter, that's for sure. Logan Tribble, special at the bottom of the order, batting .348 this season. Has a home run to his name, 7 runs batted in. Has scored 10 times himself. Just feels like he always finds a way to reach base. If not, he's putting the ball in play. Has struck out only once on the campaign.
Tell you this, there isn't many other people you'd like to see at the plate right now for the Senators.
Bases loaded with 2 outs in the inning. Senators looking for some early offense. They got 1 in the first last night. Fought foul. After that, they didn't score again until the 5th, and then slowed down and didn't score once more until the 8th, where they put up 4 runs. This one ripped, 1 hopper to the shortstop, and they'll get the force at second, and that will do things in the second. So the Senators leave them loaded. We go to the 3rd inning. No score. Senators and Braves.
Whether you're a player or aspire to work a job in sports, the Cal Ripken Senior Collegiate Baseball League is the right place for you. With over 250 players each year, the Cal Ripken League helps showcase talent in a competitive environment. If you're seeking a job in sports, the Cal Ripken League offers media and photography internships. To learn more, visit calripkenleague.org today. Seeking investment management help? Well, look no further than GDS Investments. With over 20 years of experience, Glenn Surwick has the knowledge and experience to help you make informed investment decisions. The company maintains full transparency, allowing you to view your account activity at any time so there are no delays or surprises. Go to gdsinvestments.com today to learn more. GDS Investments, there to guide you when the winds change.
Here we go to the 3rd inning, Senators and Braves. It's been a tight one so far, and a bit of a pitcher's duel. Senators had 3 on in the bottom half of the second, couldn't score. Only 1 base runner to this point for Metro South County, and Vincent Luther has been efficient just like Scott Middleton has wanted.
Yeah, only 1 walk. Tired everybody, and there hasn't been a hit for either team yet.
Middleton told me yesterday that he plans on only throwing these guys about 60 pitches, the starters that is. He's also had no problem with throwing the relievers a long time as well. Up comes Connor Doherty to lead things off in the 3rd. Swings through strike number 1. He's an incoming freshman, will go to the University of Delaware in the fall. He has really put a huge emphasis on the physical side of the sport. Has trained over at Hammer Zone Sportswell in high school, rips 1 foul. That's a facility located in Fairfax, Virginia. Helps high school players get ready for baseball at the next level. He joined at the onset of the Hammer Zone program. That was a couple of years ago. Really, it helped him improve that physical side. He went from around 145 pounds up to 190. Here he rips one into left, shows the power, and that's down for a base hit. So a leadoff man aboard. First hit of the night for Metro South County. And up comes Michael Lavanga. Lavanga has jostled between number 4 and number 36 throughout the season for the Braves. Donning number 36 tonight. Last played back on June 12th against the Grays, where he was 0 for 2 with a walk. That was the last game before the week-long layoff for the Braves. Metro South County, one of the oldest teams in this Cal Ripken League. They entered just 2 seasons after the league's inaugural year in 2005. You would think because of that the Braves would be one of the more storied franchises in this league. They're still yet to win a regular season title or a league championship series. Got to take into account, however, throughout the 2010s, the Baltimore Redbirds and Bethesda Big Train dominated the league. Either of those two teams were the only two to win the league championship that entire decade.
I was just going to mention that. It's not like they really had a chance, to be honest.
Yeah, just ridiculous dominance. Redbirds no longer in the league, but Big Train still kind of dominate things.
Started off this year cold, but they're starting to pick it up.
Senators' best record in the league. They are 8-1. Big Train second best, starting to nip at their heels a little bit. 6-3, putting it together. The 3-2, runner goes. Foul tipped and Bowling can't glove it. So the count will stay where it is. And that streak of dominance for the Redbirds and Big Train, it was first broken in 2022 by the Alexandria Aces. Since then, Big Train have won 2 in a row. Got him looking. Called strike 3.
I'll tell you this, the Big Train aren't planning on slowing down. They're still going for more and more championships. And they have that window open still.
No doubt about that. And Sal Colangelo over there with that team, he takes a lot of time during the season to try to learn his team, and then they're always locked in for the playoffs. This is ripped back up the middle, a base hit into center field. Leadoff man Sam Grube is aboard, and the Braves have something cooking here in the third.
I'd like to add on, Bethesda also has a very loyal fan base.
No doubt. They've certainly been able to build a franchise over there and make a good living doing that. This is Franklin Gomez Jr., who is 0 for 1 tonight. Of note, Scott Middleton, Senators head coach, spent time in that Big Train program back in the day. Really got to learn from Sal Colangelo, has a great relationship with Sal. Those two are always fun to watch interact. Last time I was over there at Big Train, I was trying to get information from Sal. Here's the pitch, fouled off. And I was kind of being used as a guinea pig to pass funny messages back and forth between the two. They miss no time to have fun with one another. Braves, they've been stuck in a little bit of a wave of mediocrity as of late. 1-1 is lifted foul. Over the last 3 seasons, they have not gone below 15 wins and not above 16 wins. So a very small margin for error they've shown. They've made the playoffs in all 3 of those years, but looking for something more.
It's like they do just enough.
1-2. Outside. Boy, the South was tight last season. Aces dominated things. They had the best record in the league, 25-11. But outside of them, the Senators finished 16-20. Braves matched them 16-20 record, and the Grays were just 2 games off at 14-22. Grays were nipping at the heels of both squads the entire time. Just were on the outside looking in last season.
Senators only clinched it on the last day of the season. The doubleheader against the Crop Dusters.
The pitch. Gomez whacks it foul. Right at the dugout of the Braves. #15th all-time meeting between these two teams. Series record is 7-7. This one ripped, and it's off the glove of a diving Jack Ewart into center field, and the bases will be loaded. Doherty forced to hold that third, getting a late break. Boy, Jack Ewart almost made that grab. That would have been unreal.
Braves just stringing around hits here. 3 singles, bases loaded.
And Scott Middleton has really emphasized great defense from Jack Ewart. That's what he loves about him. He's starting to put things together with the bat. In that case, he will get a lot of starts because his glove work is next level. Nick Frankizenko trying to crack open the scoring tonight. Last night was 1 for 4 with a double and a walk. Flew out to center his first time up. This is ripped into the left center field gap. Trock ranges over and makes the grab, but easily scoring from third is Connor Doherty. So that'll go down as a sacrifice fly for Nick Frankizenko, and the Braves have the first run tonight.
Now batting, number 32, Trent Adelman.
And Trent Adelman was the first one to strike out against Vincent Luther tonight last time up. Runners go, throw down to third is not in time, and it's into left field. Rube will easily score. Pulling into third is Gomez, and a costly mistake there for the Senators.
Hate to see that. Just the Braves taking advantage of the Senators' mistakes.
And Middleton highlighted the mistakes, needing to limit those. This is hit right at Trock, who barely moves a step and retires the side. So the Senators make a costly error, and they trail by 2, going to the bottom of the third. Can the bats get going? Top of the order, due up.
Whether you're a player or aspire to work a job in sports, the Cal Ripken Senior Collegiate Baseball League is the right place for you. With over 250 players each year, the Cal Ripken League helps showcase talent in a competitive environment. If you're seeking a job in sports, the Cal Ripken League offers media and photography internships. To learn more, visit calripkenleague.org today. A warm, sunny afternoon, hot dog in hand, water in the other, watching a baseball game. What's better than that? Well, not much. If you want to make that fantasy a reality, you can check out the Southern Maryland Blue Crabs. Founded in 2006, the Blue Crabs are part of the Atlantic League of Professional Baseball. Search SOMDBlueCrabs.com to get tickets today. The Southern Maryland Blue Crabs, Southern Maryland's only pro sports team. Eternal Couture Sports makes your design ideas come to life. From sports uniforms to vehicle lettering, custom t-shirts, yard signs, and more, EC Sports has you covered. They're ready to suggest new design ideas for your company logo, team uniforms, or personal apparel. Based in Waldorf, Maryland, EC Sports is here to match your design needs. To learn more, visit ecsportsdmv.net today.